Hey, it's Tommy again from Cracked Rabbit Gaming, and it is time to beat Slime Rancher. This is my walkthrough for the whole end game, and we are going to go through the ancient ruins and the glass desert and get these achievements: Into the Past, Smoke, Fire, and Mirrors, Renewal, Doors Like These. The adventure continues, and we'll make progress on the Slimepedia depending on how much you have left. You might even finish it, but I don't know if you're missing anything else. I am going to do some optional things in this run, so you can check the description for timecode links and jump ahead if you want to. So I do recommend watching this on YouTube, so you've got those links there. To unlock the door to the ancient ruins, you're going to need these plorts that you see on the screen: Phosphor, Tabby, Rock, Rad, Boom, and Honey. And you only need one of each, assuming you don't miss your shots and lose them. And since the area with the door is right by the moss blanket, I would recommend taking those first four with you to save time, and you can just run into the moss blanket and find a Boom and Honey plort, and that way it'll be a lot simpler. So here we are in the moss blanket. We just dropped down the log, and we're going to turn to the right and run this way. You are going to need a key, so hopefully you have already either unlocked this or gotten a key from somewhere else. Now, there is the door that you're going to have to unlock with the key. So here are the statues. There's the honey. This one is a normal slime, and you don't need to fill that one in because it's already filled in when you get here. Now, right above my gun here, there's a tabby plort up. You can just kind of see its ears right there. So sorry I didn't actually run up there. I forgot to. But that's where it is. And here is the Phosphor statue. If we turn around, up here is the Rad statue. So you just have to shoot the plorts into their mouths. So hopefully you brought more than one plort just in case you miss, but you can probably just pick it up again and try again. That is the final one that I'm missing. You'll see the door has lights to tell you which ones you've already activated. That's the Boom statue. And so now I'm running back to the Rock statue. And now we have activated them all, and the door is going to open. And Into the Past has unlocked, and we now have the ancient ruins in our Slimepedia. Now, these switches will open those glass doors, but it will open some and close others. Go ahead and just explore this area. I'm not gonna run through this whole thing on video because that would take a long time, but I'm collecting some quantum slimes, and you know, obviously just have fun, and you can visit your ranch whenever you want, and then come back and follow this guide. Now, this is a quantum lemon tree. To get lemons from there, and here luckily I was able to find a phase lemon. In order to get the lemons from the tree, you just have to shoot another kind of fruit into the tree and it'll drop one of its phase lemons, but I didn't know that at the time. Here is an echo, those little blue, red, or green glowy things. So pick those up. There's no specific spot. I think it's random. So just collect one of them and you will unlock that in the Slimepedia. And those are just for fun. You can just decorate things with them. So now back from the beginning, I'm just going to show you where we are going. This is to get a Gordo. Now, there are, I think, enough Gordos that you could have saved keys from earlier, and then you wouldn't have to do this part, because we are going to need at least one key coming up. But if you have an extra key from before, then you won't have to do this, so it's up to you. But here is where the Boom Gordo is. So, as you can see, I have a bunch of chickens on me because I went back. There's also a Quantum Gordo, which I will point out in a minute. And so if you don't want to do this one, you can do the Quantum Gordo and get a key there, or you can do both. So he blows up, and There is a key. Now we're just running back up to the top. And another thing I should point out is to my left up here, once I turn around, that blue door up there, that has the teleporter, the one-way teleporter going back, and you have to enter it from the other side. So we want to go this way to this broken bridge, and this broken bridge runs along the right side of the ancient ruins, and so I'll show you another route in a little bit that's also going to go across this bridge. And the Quantum Gordo is if you run just to the end and to the right of where I'm looking now, you run off the edge and turn around and, you know, don't drop into the water and die, but you have to float down, and that's where the Quantum Gordo is. So now we have to, okay, so I dropped down to hit the switch because we need that door open at the top. And like I said, I'm going to show you another route through here that is kind of faster if you're starting from the beginning. But if the door's not open, just hit a switch. You know, any switch will switch the doors around. At the time of this recording, I was playing version 1.0, and there was no in-game map for me. So you may have an in-game map depending on when you're watching this. There is a treasure pod just behind me here, and I believe that has the advanced Gordo snare in it. So if you are interested in that, but use a key here, wherever you acquired a key from. And now we are coming up on the teleporter. So now you need 5 quantum plorts. So either you could have gone back and put some quantum slimes in a corral to get a bunch of quantum plorts like I did, or you can just try to get 5, and we will activate this teleporter. And it is a big teleporter. And once we run onto it, we have now teleported, and Smoke, Fire, and Mirrors achievement has unlocked, and the Glass Desert has been added to the Slimepedia. And if you run forward, here is the Glass Desert. And again, feel free to just explore if you want. What I'm doing now is I ran back, and so I got some painted hens from the Glass Desert, and put them in a coop, and you will see why. Here's the route I was talking about. So now that we are back here, this is kind of a quick way of getting through here. If this door to the right is not open, hit a switch, and I guess it wouldn't be. And then now over here is the broken bridge along the right side, and you can just run all the way across this bridge. And we're not going to open this door. We are gonna jetpack across here, but you can open it if you want. But if you don't, then this door should still be open, and you can just run right through. So that is a pretty quick way of getting through the ancient ruins. And now we are on the teleporter again. And here we are at the beginning of the Glass Desert. So I brought these painted hens because there is a Gordo that I'm going to feed them to. You can bring a whole bunch of regular hens if you want, or you don't even have to pop this Gordo. The Gordo coming up is just going to be for a one-way teleporter back. So it's up to you whether you want to just keep running back the same way, but I was just trying to complete everything, so. So here we are with the Tangle Gordo, and I am feeding him his favorite food, painted hens. So again, we're not getting a key here, we're just getting the teleporter, so totally optional, and in fact, we only need one more key to get to the end, so there are some more Gordos coming up that are also going to be optional. Now we are trying to get the Renewal achievement, and to do that we have to activate a fountain and water one of these plants. So I'm going to show you how to activate all the fountains, but you don't have to actually do that if all you're interested in are achievements. So we need 3 rock plorts, because there are 3 statues. There was one that I just shot, And down here is the fountain, and you can see there's a glowing bead there showing how many of the how many of the statues that we've activated. Here's the second one, and magically it turns to night. I'm just kidding, I jumped ahead. And here is the final one, which I already did. So now the fountain has been activated, and that will give us ancient water. So you just suck it up with your vac, and you will have a time limit. So you see on the right side under your water, ancient water, 30 seconds. And so now we have to run up to the top and make sure you select the water. I should have done it ahead of time. And water this plant, and there you go, Renewal. And that's all you have to do for the fountains if you just want the achievements, but it is part of the game, and it's fun to try to water all the plants and bring life back to this desert. So I'm going to show you where most of the plants are, maybe not all of them. The cacti do not do anything when you shoot them. There's another one, which you can also probably make if you run straight for it, but I didn't really know where I was going at the time. So I went and did it later. Now you can get more slimes, like mosaic slimes, that'll add to your Slimepedia. And again, if you want to go back and, put them in a corral, feel free to do that. Here I am just finding more of the plants to water. This one is pretty far, so you probably can't do other ones at the same time. You have to run, jump up here, and again, I did not have my water selected, but it's okay. And one more. I think this is the last one from this fountain that we're gonna do. Okay, now looking back up at the entrance, we're going to turn around, and now we need 3 Tangle Plorts. So either you can collect those along the way, or you can take a Tangle back to your ranch. There is one statue. Here is another one. Back at the entrance again. Now it's daytime. This one, we are gonna jump off this rock. There's probably other ways to get up onto this section. So anyway, we want to get up onto this building here. Jetpack our way up. And there is the final Tangle statue. Activate him, and I jump up on the roof here. You do not have to go this way. You can go around to the right side. But you can look down, and there's the fountain. So either just jetpack around the edge or just drop down the way I do. And here is the fountain. So now we are going to run to that first plant that we ever saw coming into the glass desert. One other thing I should say about these oases is that they will protect you from the fire that's raining down that happens occasionally. So that's another reason it's good to do it. Okay, now we are going for the other Gordo. So jump back up on this building here, and we are gonna jetpack across. Now, as you can see, I went and got a whole bunch of prickle pears, which are this Gordo's favorite food. But you can also just bring fruit with you. And there we get another key. Again, if you already have a key, you can skip this part. Or if you just want to complete everything, go ahead and do it. Now here, up there was the part with the one-way teleporter, so we're gonna just run to the left of it, and here is one of the doors. There is another door, which I will open from the other side, but you could have gone and opened that other door instead, but this is the way I chose to go. So here is one of the mosaic statues, so get 3 mosaic plorts. Here is the next one. You're gonna have to aim carefully, or like me, just miss, but bring enough that you can still hit it. Then we are gonna drop down carefully without dying. Shoot this one eventually. And you can see there's a treasure pod over there if you have the high enough cracker. And that fountain is now activated, so we're gonna grab some water, run up around the right side. And you probably saw these plants already. So we're gonna hit those two, and there is one more that I don't think you're gonna have enough time to do if you run and get those two, but you might be able to do it, but as you'll see, I just barely had enough time to do it coming straight from the fountain, so you're probably gonna have to make another trip. But we're gonna run here, jump across the gap, and this is from later in my run, so you're gonna see that I run past this in a minute and it's not activated or not renewed. And so there it is. I know it looks a lot different because it's the daytime now, but that was the same spot with this tunnel. So we're gonna run through this tunnel. There's another pod, and we're gonna jump up here, and we're gonna unlock some more achievements soon. Be careful through here. There are holes in the ground, so be sure if you are sprinting that you have enough energy to jetpack over, or just be careful to land in the middle. And we are going to be running back through this tunnel, so make a note of that tunnel. We're going to run around to the right here, and now we need the Dervish Plorts, because we're going to activate the 3 Dervish statues, although first we are going to get some achievements. So we're going to run back out through here, and there are going to be notes along the way. You don't have to hit that switch. Both doors go to the same place, but there are a lot of notes, those H notes. So by all means read those. And this is the final note here, spoilers. And once you read it, doors like these, achievement unlocked. At this point, it should also unlock all the letters that you are missing, the star mail, so you can go back to the ranch and read those letters and you will get the Adventure Continues achievement, but there's really no reason to go back there right away unless you need to for some other reason. So we are going to run back through. This is that same tunnel with the broken floor. We're running back out of it this time. And we are going to activate the final fountain. Now I put a teleporter down here just to the left. You'll see there's my teleporter. I'm going to use that as a landmark just in speaking about it in this video. You can put a teleporter anywhere you want or not at all. I found it very useful to have a teleporter there. We are now going to jump up here, and there is another Gordo. Then jump through here. You can jump on this spot if you need to, or you can just actually jetpack all the way around without landing on that spot. But here's the Mosaic Gordo, and as you can see, again, I went back and got a whole bunch of silver parsnips. But if you just have lots of veggies on you, you can also pop it without doing that. But there's a key. If you go through there, there is a treasure pod. Okay, so we've turned around. There's my teleporter, like I said, that I'm using as a landmark. To the right is where we just were. We are going to run through this area, and we are going to go unlock the next door, which, again, totally optional. You don't have to do it. It's just a shortcut. If you do want to water all the plants, this might be required, because I don't know if you can get this plant here without going through this door. I don't know if you have time, but I just did it through this door. So you will recognize this as the area with the rock statues, the very first fountain we unlocked. So we're gonna grab some water, run up and around. I wasn't quite sure if I could make that jump or not. And so I just ran up here and around, but I had plenty of time to do it, so not a big deal. And you also have unlimited water with the ancient water. You have the time limit, but you have unlimited water. So you can shoot water from a mile away if you think you can make the shot. Okay, so here we are back at my teleporter. And that is the building we are going to be going to. But first we are just going to jetpack across here. I'm sure you can get up here another way if you don't make this whole jump. You can probably jump on some other stuff to get up here, but this is how I did it. There was one more of the dervish statues, and you probably could have jetpacked all the way across there, but I'm taking the long way around. Here's the fountain, and look way up, aim really high, got it on my first try. And that is the final one to activate this fountain. And now here you can actually just shoot water, and hit that one. And that way you don't have to worry about your time limit and you don't have to jump back up here. So I recommend doing that, then refill your water to reset the time limit, and you can jump all the way across here. And hit this one, and then there is one more that we are going to be getting back, refilling our water, and we're going to jump across here to the left through this little entrance, and there we go. And there might be more plants. I'm not positive that I got all of them, but there is no achievement, so I have no real way of knowing. So that is going to do it, and hopefully you made a lot of progress on your Slimepedia. Remember that you need the painted hens, but you also need the chickadoos, the little baby painted ones, so you might be missing those. That was one thing I was missing. We have also now unlocked the vaults, and I show how to get to one of them in my hat trick achievement guide. So if you are interested in the location of one of the secret vaults, go check that out, or any of my other guides for some of the other difficult achievements. So I hope that helped.